right, we are going to talk a little bit about something other than cash value life insurance today, annuities. This has come up several times, questions over the years. Hey, do you guys offer annuities? Or can you give some information, provide some information on annuities? What are the different types? Hey, I'm thinking about one because I saw an advertisement. Is it worth it? So annuities certainly have a place. They are an insurance product. But first, let's look at the primary purpose or strength of an annuity. Annuities were originally designed, and this is where we can set expectations in the best manner, where they are at their best, for income, right? It's a product where I can take a lump sum of money, give it to an insurance company, and be guaranteed an income stream for life or for a certain period of time, depending on how I set that product up. But really how it is designed is to guarantee me income. So for example, I give you $1 million and you're the insurance company, and for the rest of my life, you come back and say, hey, we're going to pay you $40,000 to $50,000 per year, or whatever the amount is, depends on rates with the insurance company at that point in time. Point being here is you've got to guarantee that you're going to receive income indefinitely. So that is where their strength exists with annuity products. Now, on annuities, you do have potential growth. It is often considered a fixed asset depending on the type of annuity, which we're going to get into a little bit, but you've got guarantees associated with the products a lot of times. And that's when I'm looking at the growth. There are riders that exist as well. Typically, there are income riders which help enhance the guarantees around how much income I can receive. A great example might be if I pay a lump sum of money into an annuity and I have a plan to take income 10 years from today. The company might say, okay, well, we are going to assess an 8% multiplier, right, or 8% return on your money. Your policy won't grow by that much, but assuming you take it out as income, we're going to use this 8% multiplier. I know that can be a little confusing. We can get some more information on that or create videos, more content in the future. Point being is there's guarantees around income riders that 10 years from now, going back to that example, I'm guaranteed to receive a higher income stream if I give the money today and I defer it for 10 years. The thing with that is that there are often fees associated with those income riders or riders that I attach to a policy. So typically that will drag on my balance, whatever my actual account value is in an annuity. However, if I'm doing it for income, I don't have to worry about the balance because I'm guaranteed the income stream as the years pass. So let's go through some different types of annuities here. Main types you'll see out there are fixed annuities, indexed annuities, and variable annuities. So a fixed annuity is pretty straightforward. I've got a fixed rate, whether I'm going to leave it there for a long period of time, or you'll see some of them out there that some individuals have expressed to us that, hey, it's kind of like an alternative to a CD that some individuals have expressed. I wouldn't classify it like that, but an example might be a 5-year annuity, meaning I've got a surrender charge for 5 years. I cannot cash out of it. There's a penalty if I do. But for that 5-year period, they may pay 2 to 3% per year. And then at the end of the 5 years, I can renew it based on the rate, or I can take my money back, whatever it might be, or roll it over to another annuity. So fixed rate, pretty straightforward, right? I just deposit the funds, it grows, and at the end of the term, I can get that money no problem. Typically, income riders are not attached to these, although some companies do offer that. But that's a fixed annuity. I've got a fixed rate, and it is what it is. I don't have to worry about it. Whatever the term is, that's how long it is locked in. Then I've got an indexed annuity, and this is often tied to an index strategy. The most common is the S&P 500. Now, you have a lot of similarities to an IUL, except for you have no life insurance benefit here with an indexed annuity, but similarities in the sense that we have a cap rate, we have a floor, always at 0%. The guarantee might be associated with it as well. But how it works is if the market goes up, let's just assume we have a 10% cap rate, which is high for an annuity, very high actually. But let's assume that the S&P increases 2019 to 2020, did 30%. If I have a cap rate of 10%, the maximum I will earn that year is 10%. So what an indexed annuity allows for is upside potential in the market. Things go up, I go up with it. Things go down, my principal is protected. So in reality, the S&P 500 or the market will do this over time, which we all love so much. An index strategy will work more like this. Market goes up, I go up with it. Market goes down, principal is protected. Now, things to be aware of is cap rates typically do not start at 10%. That's very high. But we do see a trend once annuities are enforced, and I see this a lot with indexed universal life insurance policies as well. Typically, cap rates come down after I start the policy. I start with a high intro cap rate, but the company, of course, reserves the right to adjust it, and typically it is downward. Cap rates are not the only strategy I can use. I also have a participation rate. What that is, let's say I have a 50% participation rate. What that means is if the market produced 30%, I would participate in 50% of the gains. So that'd be a 15% gain. And then some companies have a spread. A spread, let's say it is a 5% spread. Let me make sure I provide some visuals here. If I have a 5% spread, that means whatever the market produces, I'm going to participate in the gains minus the spread. So if the market does 30%, like the S&P did in 2019, I have a spread of 5%. That means I would receive 25%. Now, I'm using inflated numbers relative to what I've seen with annuities. We are not by any means annuity experts. We would certainly defer you or refer you to an annuity expert if you have questions on them. We can generate samples, but I'll be the first to admit it is not my level of expertise. And variable annuities are variable annuities. I can have them invested directly in the stock market, tied to different funds and accounts and such. But obviously, I've got the risk there. If things go down, my value can go down as well. With that said, typically we'll see this with the indexed and variable annuities, where you can attach those income riders, meaning regardless of what happens with my balance, if I have an income guarantee attached to the annuity product, no matter what happens, I'm guaranteed an income stream. So it kind of goes back to the same principle where, hey, insurance company, here's a lump sum of money, here you go. What are you going to promise me in terms of an income stream down the road? That's their strength. Are they for everyone? No. I look at it, anyone that typically owns a business or has a entrepreneurship mentality where they want to take their money, have access to it, have it very liquid so they can invest in real estate in their business, other things like that. An annuity is not always going to be the best option. The reason why, they're not liquid products. Once money's in there, it is very illiquid until after the surrender period, I should say. Then I can use it, I can pull it out, but if I pull it out, I'm going to have taxation on the gains, and if it was qualified money, that's a whole nother story. But point being is funds in an annuity, very limited as far as what I can liquidate, what I can access. If I am in a situation where perhaps I did not handle the money, maybe I'm a widow, my spouse passed and the spouse did all of the financial planning, handled all the finances, and you say, okay, I don't want to have to worry about this. You received a life insurance inheritance or you have money, but you just want peace of mind. That's where an annuity might be a great fit because you don't have to think or worry about anything. That's where annuities do well. There's several situations. That's just one example. But hopefully you found this helpful. If you have questions on annuities, do feel free to reach out. We can always give you our 2 cents. And in addition, we can refer you to any experts as well. And I hope this helps. Thank you so much. Hey guys, Steve Parisi here. If you enjoyed the content you just saw, please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for future videos. If you'd like more information or to see some custom policies for yourself, feel free to call or email our offices at the contact information below.